Hello everyone, welcome back to the KMTRADERS channel. So we're taking a look into Euro USD. So what we looked at last week was a potential recovery from this move towards the downside. I did think that price was able to push up higher once more before we had that drop off, but now the FOMC was pretty much the deal breaker for this and completely melted into pushing lower. So nonetheless, even though we did miss on this trade, there's still a potential abundance of more opportunities to come. So what we're looking at now is still for the price to reach lower. Again, from the bias that we had long term from last week was that we wanted price to push up higher, but ultimately we didn't want price to push all the way down, potentially into 1.16. So we can see prices, pretty much heading into that direction now. And simply, if we were to now look for the next trading opportunity, all we have to do is simply wait for some sort of recovery and then wait for that price action to push lower, and we could be looking into 1.17 as our first target, just to make sure that price is capable of pushing lower. So if we get into 1.17, the next thing that we're going to be looking out for is just to see how strong we can push from here. So if we have something like this, for example, as a price action, then we could be confident that we could be milking this more towards the downside, and ultimately we could be even capable of drawing our first intermediate downtrend. So it's up to you how you want to connect it. So like a long-term version there, or something what I'll be looking out for is something like this that you could draw. So something like this could be like a potential barrier where price could potentially manipulate here. So we could get something like this, like a fake out, like I always say with some sort of trend lines, that they can be prone to manipulation, in the sense we get fake outs. So this could be a nice place where price could get a fake out, and there could be this could be an area where you could be looking out to sell. So lining it up to 1.2 or even 1.195, nice range here, where we could see some rejection. So not only are we looking for that sell opportunity, we could be also taking advantage of the counter trend. So totally up to you if you guys trade in that sense, but just be aware that the main trend for me now is towards the downside, so you may get caught out. So obviously, if you don't prefer to trade against the trend, definitely you just have to stay patient for this trade to set up, so that I can drop off for the next round towards 1.17. So again, there is a potential 100 pips if it does manage to recover quite a lot into 1.12, sorry, into 1.2 or 1.195. Again, it just depends how much the recovery phase lasts for. It could even last for a week and then we get that drop off next week. That could happen, or it could be a matter of a few days before we could get that continuation. So this one, it really just depends what the market wants to do. We just have to stay patient with this process, and obviously this setup, there could be a lot of pips up for grabs here. There's still enough pips up for grabs. So again, 250 pips, still capable of taking some reward there. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to discuss for Euro USD for this week. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. We do also have a trading group that you can join. That link is in the description, and that will be all from us. So thank you very much for listening, guys, and we'll see you all in our next video.